Good morning.
Morning, Muskan.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too.
Muskan, what's the link for opening this what's
Portal?
that? Portal of your school.
Oh, if you just search up, let me message you it.
Oh, that's the username, right?
No, that is the username, but if
Okay,
you
yeah,
just
I
search,
got it, got it. Mhm. Got that. Yes. Now, here is asking us, will a precipitate of calcium sulfate form if the solution, there's a concentration of calcium is given as 0.0025 and concentration of sulfate is 0.30 m.
Okay.
So how do you do it now? So what is the compound given to us?
CaSO4.
CaSO4. That's correct. So how can I write this now? This is in a solid state. So the split would be calcium and sulfate. So if you write the solubility product, so that should be equal to calciums are 2 plus times sulfate. Okay, so let's write the QSP value here. So for how much is the value for calcium here? 0.0025
25
times 0.030.
030.
So what we need to do is just multiply this and then tell me what the value would be.
7.5 times 10 to the power of -5.
7.5 times 10 to the power of
-5.
-5. Now here, the KSP value is greater than the QSP value is greater than the KSP value. So in that case, what forms? A precipitate shall form.
So if the QSP value is higher than the KSP, then a precipitate will form.
Yes.
Okay, I will write that down. Yep. And will I always get the molars in all of like the precipitation and the QSP, KSP questions?
No, I didn't get you. What you said?
So in like questions like in the exam, if there's
Mhm.
like questions to like figure out the KSP or the QSP, I
Mm.
should always get like the molar of like
Yes, yes, that's correct.
the ions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the next one says, again, will a precipitate form if solution containing CR4. Come on, find out whether silver chromate has a precipitate or no. Quick.
No, it won't. QSP is lower than the KSP. And the QSP would be 1.632
Yes.
times 10 to the power of negative 8. So when you gave me the silver plus thing, it's 4.8 times 10 to the power of negative 5. The
Yes.
solution, the compounds, chromium oxide or whatever it is, it doesn't have silver. So would it still count?
Chromium doesn't. No, there is Ag, right?
But in the compound, there isn't.
Which compound are you referring to?
CRO.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is chromium oxide. That's separated. Chromium oxide has got only chromium and oxygen in it.
Okay.
And silver, that's the reason we are finding the solubility product of both. One is silver and the other is CrO4.
Oh, because I just wrote it as CrO4 2 minus, and then with the arrows, Cr plus O4 2 minus.
1 second. No, how did you write the QSP?
QSP, as in like the calculation?
Okay, the KSP would be equal to, first of all, it would be silver,
Oh,
yes,
I didn't
times,
write silver.
yeah, so CrO4, this also, well, this has got 2 minus. Okay, so now in the next part, it's 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 5 raised to the power of 2 times chromium oxide is 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4.
Oh, I didn't write that. I just wrote the
No,
chromium
no, no.
oxide and then
This
with
has
the
to be.
arrows.
No, this has to be there. Because Ag2CrO4, basically what it becomes here is there's a split between the two. One is silver, and the other, of course, CrO4.
Oh, that is a split. Okay.
Yes, that's the split actually.
Yep.
Yes. Now it's saying will a precipitate of lead sulfate form if 100 ml of lead nitrate solution is added to 100 ml of magnesium sulfate solution. So what can be
So
done
what's the
first?
compound?
Here, you basically have to find out. Of course, lead sulfate is a compound here.
Okay.
So what we first need to do here is you have to find out the value of the molar value of sulfate and lead separately. So that
So
needs
the
to be
moles
done
of both of
first.
them.
Yes,
Okay.
that needs to be done first. So how do we do that? For that, there is a formula for it again.
Is it
Yes,
N over M?
yes. So for example, if it is for what you say, if it's to be found out for lead. So what's the value given for lead already? 1.0 into 10 to the power of
-3.
-3. Okay, that's how much solution? That is for 100 ml solution.
Yep.
So that should be equal to M2 times 200 ml. So that would be something like this. This is for
So I'm
lead.
not going to use a molar mass.
You have to actually.
Oh, okay.
So that is by M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. So for lead, what's the value already given to us? 1.0 times
10 to the power of -3.
10 to the power of -3 times. And what's the uh, capacity there? Times 100 ml. So that
Yep.
should be equal to, it is your M2 times, what is the total solution? 100 plus 100 would be
200.
200 ml. Okay.
Wait, what does M stand for? Is that the molar?
Yeah, that's the molar, yes. So now here, what would we get here is, so take the final value, just multiply them, how much you get that? So this would now become, I can understand this now, 1.0 into 10 to the power of -3 times 100 over this 200 would come down here. So 0 and 0 was cancelled here.
Yep.
So 1.0 into 10 to the power of
Negative.
-3. So what I can do here is 2 goes how many times in 1.0? It goes 0.5 times. I
Okay.
mean, if it is 1/2, that's equal to 0.5 times 10 to the power of -3. Now, this 0.5 can be written as 5/10 into 10 to the power of
Negative.
-3. Now, this 10 to the power of 1, if I take it to the numerator, becomes 10 to the power of -1. So -3 minus 1 would now be 10 to the power of
4.
-4. This is for lead. So now we've got
Okay.
the molar value for lead now. Okay. So similarly, let's find out for, what's the other one? Nitrate. No, sulfate. I'm sorry. PbSO4, right?
For sulfate, yep.
Yes, it's for sulfate. So for sulfate, what would that be now? Same thing again. If you're finding out for sulfate, SO4 2 minus over M1V1 is equal to M2V2. So sulfate, what is the value that's been given? 2.0 times
10 to the power of
power of
negative.
negative 3 times 100 ml is equal to M2 times 200. So 2.0 into 10 to the power of minus 3 times 100 over 200. So this gets cancelled here. 2 goes how many times in 2? It
1.
goes 1 time. So what do we get here now? 1.0 into 10 to the power of
Negative.
minus negative 3. This is the molar value for sulfate. Now let's go back to the QSP. So the KSP would be Pb2 plus times SO4 2 minus, right?
Yep.
Yes. And then QSP, that is a product of the both the molar values would be 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. I'll just show you that split as well. I'll just do it at the bottom of the page. So PB, so that should be PB2 plus times sulfate. Okay. So what's the value of lead that we got here? That's 5.0
times
into 10 to the
of
power of
negative 4.
negative 4 times 1.0 into 10 to the power of
Negative 3.
negative 3. Now, 5 times 1 would be 5. 5 times 1 would obviously be 5. Now, 10 to the power of minus 4 times 10 to the power of minus 3. So, when both are negative signs, watch this. 10 to the power of minus 4 times 10 to the power of minus 3 would be 10 to the power of minus 4 minus 3. That would be 10 to the power
Negative
minus
7.
7. So 10 to the power of negative 7m is the value. So here now the QSP is greater than the KSP. So there is a chance of the precipitate forming. Okay.
Yep.
So I want you to do another sum. 1 second. Have you copied this?
Pardon?
Have you copied this?
Yeah, I've copied, yeah, just the last part I need to copy.
Okay, fine. Copy that. Right.
Yep.
Similar question. Okay. So he's asking us, will there be a precipitate forming for lead chloride if the values of, if it forms 50 ml of 0.10 m of lead nitrate if this solution is added to what now, 20 ml, 20 what the first one? Yes, 20 ml of 0.040 m. So the solution. give the KSP value of lead chloride. See, why am I giving you sodium chloride? It has to be lead chloride. It's equal to 1.2 10 to the power of minus. So what will be the total quantity of the solution?
It will be 20.0.
No, combining both.
Is that? Oh, wait, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. 70 mLs.
70 ml. Come on, do the sum now. So first, let us find out the M value for lead.
Yep. Just
So
lead?
yes, for lead first.
Okay.
So that would be, I'll just guide you here. So for lead, that would be 1 point,
One.
no, 0.10, right?
Yep.
Here is for lead, 0.10 times how much? What's the quantity there? Of a 50 ml, isn't it?
Yep.
Is equal to M2 times, how much is that? The total value there is
70
equal to
mL.
70 ml. Okay, so how much do I get now? So that would be 0.10 times 50 by 70. So how much would that be now?
It will.
So just use a calculator. 0.10 times 5 divided by 7.
0.0714.
Correct, correct. 0.0714. Right? So this is
Yep.
the. Okay, now let's find out for chlorine. So for chlorine, what is the M value given there? 0.040
0.040.
times 20 ml is equal to M2 times 70 ml. So that would be 0.04 times 20 upon 70, 0 cancel. Now just find out how much you get the answer. 0.04 times 2 divided by 7.
Yep. 0.0114.
Oh, correct. 0.0114 M. Now we have to go back to lead chloride now. So PbCl2. So what will be the product here? Pb2 plus what is the other one we have here? Chlorine. There are two
Chlorine.
chlorines, so 2Cl minus. So now if I have to go for the product here now, it would be 1 lead times chlorine would be squared up. So now try to understand. For lead, the value would be 0.0714 times chlorine is 0.0114. This is raised to the power of 2.
Right. Yes.
So now
So,
find out the final answer for this.
yep.
So it's basically, what would you do in the calci here? I'll just write it here in
Would
between.
I just put a power of 2 in front of the
Yes, so this will be
chlorine?
0.0714 times 0.0114 times 0.0114.
Okay.
It would basically be this one. Just let me know the value that you get for this.
Yep.
0.07 times 0.04 times 0.04. Oh. It's a huge value.
9.61704.
No, one second. I got it as 0.12345. 12345 927. Now what are we going to do here is we are going to shift this decimal to the right. So every one decimal you shift to the right, it becomes into 10 to the power that much of a value. So now suppose if I shift this decimal like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So that would be 9.27 into 10 to the power of
-6.
-6. Suppose I don't move it up to 9 and if I stop it just before 9, then it is 0.927 into 10 to the power of -5. Suppose if I stop the decimal after 2, so then
Yeah.
that would become 10 to the power of -7.
Okay.
So that keeps shifting that way. Okay. So how many decimals you move, the 10 to the power of minus that many values.
Okay.
So here the final answer would be 0.000000927. So basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm moving 6 places to the right. So 9.27 into 10 to the power of -6 watt. So here what is greater? The QSP is less than the KSP. So will a precipitate form in this scenario?
Yes.
No,
No?
the QSP is less than KSP.
But that's 9.27.
No, but that is 10 to the power, there's negative powers.
Oh.
10 to the power of -5 is greater than 10 to the power of -6. So when you have negative powers, lesser the face value, higher the actual value.
Okay.
Okay. Should I give you an example for this? I think you got a bit confused here. Check this out. Now I have something like 10 to the power of -5 and 10 to the power of -6. Can you tell me which one is greater?
10 to the power of -5.
Yes, why? I'll tell you. This actually is written as 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means one part of a substance is cut into these many parts.
Okay.
So tell me. So here I have lesser parts, here I have greater parts. So size of the substance is greater here or in the second case?
In -5.
In -5. So I have lesser parts, the greater size. Okay, I'll put it in a much simpler way. 10
So
to
the
the power of
negative,
-2, 10 to the power of -3. So here in this case, I have one substance being cut into 100 parts and the
yeah.
same substance cut into 1,000 parts. So tell me in both the scenarios, which one of the two are greater in size when I talk about each part?
Oh,
Because here in the first case, suppose I cut a piece of apple into 100 parts, and in the second case, I cut the same apple in 1,000 parts. So where are you going to get a greater share of each size?
-3.
No.
But you'll
Here the
get more.
same apple is cut into 1,000 pieces, so the pieces are going to be smaller.
Oh, right.
Here, in the first case, I'm going to cut the same apple into 100 pieces where the size of each share is going to be larger.
Okay.
Got that? I'll put it into a much simpler one. Let's bring it down to 10 to the power of -1. And this is 1 upon 10 and this is 1 upon 100. One
Okay.
apple being cut into 10 pieces and here one apple cut into 100 pieces. Where would you get a bigger share of an apple?
Um, The
Because
negative.
-1, because here the same size, the size of the apples are same.
Yep.
Here in the first case, I'm cutting that apple into 10 pieces.
Yes.
So size of the pieces that I cut are going to be larger in this first case. Here the same apple has been cut into 100 pieces. So size of each share would be smaller.
Yes.
So whenever you have a negative power, so suppose if I have 10 to the power of -1 and 10 to the power of -7, no, 10 to the power of -1 is greater. Now the same thing, if it is positive, then of course 10 power 7 is a greater one. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
But okay. So I have to be careful of charges.
exactly.
I will write that down.
Mm.
And do you think that you could probably send me the audios, because I will have to start going through all
Yeah,
of them?
I know. I'm trying to do that. I don't know. I'm not able to, compress it. I'll find a
Oh,
way.
is it too big? Can
Yes,
you not
quite
send it
big.
through WhatsApp either?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, because it's more than like 200, no, more than 300 MB file for
Oh.
each session. Uh,
My old tutor used to like post it on YouTube as private and then share it with me.
okay, I'll try to do that as well.
Yeah. That one, I'm not sure how they do that, but I think that one's okay because YouTube takes like big files.
Hmm.
But okay.
Yeah. So you have a task sheet here given in the portal itself.
There is?
Let me share that here.
Oh,
So what
yes,
we have,
yeah.
yeah, so we have done sums from here. So I think probably we have done 4 of these. So
Then I
there
will
again,
finish the rest. I
yes,
have the
yes,
paper itself.
yeah. So I want you to finish the rest of the sums. Okay,
Okay, I will
that
finish
would
it and then
be,
send it over to you on WhatsApp.
yes. So that would be your task for today.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll get that done before tomorrow.
So what time tomorrow?
After science class?
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Okay.
great. See you tomorrow.
See
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.